Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the original Aria. This is the packaging for it. There's your chart. You can see the graph right there. Comes with this case and these different tips. This particular one doesn't have the spring tips because it was out before the spring tips. I think this is the revised version before they started doing the different ones. The snow looks really nice, and so does the limited edition one with the, I don't know if it's butterflies or something like that, some kind of weird design, but I like the color blue. Looking at them in general, the cable will not be for everybody. There's a lot of people that do not like these kind of cloth-covered cables, no matter what they're made out of. I don't know if this is Kevlar or not. Seems pretty solid and well made. Typical design. I haven't noticed any paint chips after storing it. And just overall looking, it's very good quality in the build. There's a nice case, decent size. So okay, let's take a look in the packaging. Obviously, we see the packaging, very, very nice, typical what we would expect from Moondrop. Inside the packaging, you get tips, the case, the cable, the area itself, or Aria. My accent a little bit. So it's made well. It's comfortable. At least for me, it was very comfortable. There's good isolation there. Obviously, the build is solid. It's got some weight to it, but it doesn't feel overly heavy in the ear, but it definitely has some weight to it. You use different things. A lot of times there's plastic with maybe a metal faceplate or different ones, and they're very lightweight. These actually have a decent weight to them, so you know that they're built solid. It has a 10 millimeter LCP diaphragm and CCAW voice coil. It's a single dynamic driver. The insides are dual brass plated inner cavities. It has a neodymium N52 magnetic circuit inside of it. So it's got some good technology in there, considering this is like under $80. This is definitely like a good, if you want to be into the audiophile thing, this is definitely a good place to start. I'm not sure it would be in my top favorites, to be honest, because there's so many. Really, it's even in the $30 range. There's really so many good ones, but this is very good. I found it similar to the Triple One Layer. I guess the driver is very similar. Layer, of course, is much cheaper at $30-something, but these are very, very good. So I'm going to get into the sound. Let's get into the basic sound and impressions. Now, the bass on this presents more toward the balanced side. Sub bass is a little bit more predominant here. There's very good control, and the bass is a little bit on the thinner side. Now, mid bass still has a very good speed to it and impact, but overall, the bass wasn't my favorite attribute about this. Moving into the mids. Now, the mids sound very neutral. They have a nice, natural, organic tone. They have good timbre there. A little bit on the lean side, but then you get into the vocals, and they're placed well, and they have some very good, just tonality in general to them. They have good body. There's emotion there. So I really did like the mids on this. Now, treble. It has kind of an airy, energetic kind of presentation. It's smooth. It's well controlled. It doesn't get up to the really ultra sparkly area. It has a little bit of sparkle, and at normal volumes it sounds good. There's no harshness. There is a bit of at higher volumes you can hear a little bit of like shoutiness in the upper mids and lower treble, but other than that, they were decent. They're very decent, and they weren't the most energetic, but they still had enough energy and sparkle to make them decent, especially in something in a lower price range like this. Soundstage is decently wide and open. It doesn't get overly congested with busy recordings. It has decent accuracy. It's not the most accurate or the best, but it does have decent accuracy there. The main presentation is nice and wide and open and airy sounding. To be quite honest, I'm going to go with the specs too. I can do that. This is good for beginnings. This isn't... It's kind of that fine line between a fun kind of sounding, because it is kind of a smooth, kind of wide V-shaped signature. And you're still getting some details there as well, some separation and good technicalities overall. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but certainly if your sounds like that's attractive to you, definitely go with this, or the Snow, which is the newer version. Let's get into the technical specs here. I'll read them off to you. Okay, like I said about the driver, we've already covered the driver. It's a 10mm driver. 0.78 pin, 122 decibels of sensitivity, 32 ohms, response of 5 to 36 kilohertz, and that's basically what it says. It says Aria high performance liquid crystal diaphragm dynamic in-ear monitors, LCP liquid crystal diaphragm 10mm dynamic double cavity magnetic high performance moving coil unit. It's a lot. It's a nice driver in it. Overall, its performance is good. I like it. I really do like it. Comparing this to like the Kato, which we have right here. And I know there's a lot of fans of the Kato, and the Kato is a fantastic IM, by the way. This has a lot of attributes that I think people will like. It's hard to find something that does everything perfect. But this has a good mix of, a good balance of things that it does well. So I think this would appeal to a certain range of people looking for this particular signature. And it's definitely a well-made IM. Totally. Sounds good too as well. You can listen to this for hours on end. Definitely something to think about when you're looking for an IM. And remember, there are 3 versions of this. The blue one with the butterfly, fairy wings, whatever the heck it is, that's very hard to find now. But the Snow one's out. And you, of course, can get the original one as well. I hope this video was informative. Thank you so much for watching. And this has been the Moondrop Aria. And I'm going to leave a link down below to Appos, where you can get this for a good price. Thank you so much for watching. Please be safe. Bye-bye.